Welcome back to Raw Sports Talk. I'm Chris, your favorite stat reader, and we have the Seahawks hosting the Saints, and the Seahawks are 7.5 point home favorites. The over/under is at 41.5 points. The Seahawks are minus 380 on the money line, and the Saints are plus 300. Now, these are the pre-kickoff lines. They're going to change the closer we get to kickoff on Sunday. Now, head-to-head, the Saints are 6-3 against the Seahawks in their last 9 meetings. The Saints have beaten the Seahawks the last 4 times they played them. The home team is 6-3. The underdog is 6-3 against the spread. The favorite is 5-4 on the money line. The over is 5-4, and the over at 42.5 is 6-3. If you get it at 41.5, it is also 6-3. Now, this game is supposed to see some weather. It's supposed to be 65 degrees with 9-mile-an-hour winds and a 65% chance of rain. Now, neither one of these offenses have really screamed dominant. And this is going to be one of those matchups probably where like kids who are like actual kids are going to say that they were fans of the Saints from when Spencer Rattler was a quarterback, or the Seahawks when Sam Darnold was the quarterback, because, eventually most teams get good and then people accuse people of being bandwagon fans. So this will be like a baseline for that. Now, the Saints are 0-2 to start the year. However, they did keep the 2 games close. 20-13 loss to the Cardinals, 26-21 loss to the Niners. Both of those games were at home. For the Seahawks, 1-1. The turnover giveth and the turnover taketh away. So in the game against the Niners, a turnover cost them the game. They lose 17-13. And the game against the Steelers, the turnover turns the tide, and they end up beating them 31-17. The Steelers punt returner muffs a punt, and if you didn't see it, I'm sure you've seen the highlight of it where the Seahawks recover the touchdown in the end zone, or recover the punt in the end zone, and I'm sure that was just magical there. This game, to me, is a damned if you do and damned if you don't. I do think that the Seahawks are going to win this game because they're home. Both of the games that the Saints have played, miraculously enough, have been close. And I think that both teams at the time had better starting quarterbacks than what Sam Darnold is. I don't think he should have gotten paid, but you're worth whatever someone's willing to pay you. But they lost by 7 and they lost by 5. And then especially if it's going to rain, this is probably going to be an ugly kind of ground game. So I would take the Seahawks on the money line. I would take the Saints getting the points. This would be another one where I would try to get the Saints getting like 2 touchdowns and a half. When I looked last, it wasn't absolutely ridiculous, and I would lean under just because of the rain. Now, these are just my picks. If you disagree, please go with your gut, and please bet responsibly.